Chen from Secrets, the channel for learning about trading and investing. Welcome to Markets Tomorrow, the daily stock market analysis show where we look at what happened in the market today, try to learn something from it, and then plan for a better trade for the next day. So we had another green day, and market managed to close green with a few points of gain, and just after the resistance. That's the key thing to look at. And let's get in the charts and see what exactly could be the outcome. Will we sustain this bounce up another day? That's the question all about. Let's quickly look at the weekly charts of Nifty and the Banknifty. So this particular trend line in confluence with the moving average along with the Fibonacci is acting as a beautiful support from where the market is bounced up. It's more or less the same in the Banknifty as well. It's a change in polarity bounce that seems to be working, but the week is still a few more days to close the last week of the year, calendar year basically. Quickly looking at where we are on the daily charts of Nifty and the Banknifty, we are exactly at a resistance zone, 50 DEMA, and here it is 20 DEMA on the Banknifty. So the bounce up is good, it is gained, but it is just stopped right below a resistance zone. That's what we're going to analyze and see. So look at this candlestick pattern, and this is a hammer. The hammer normally at the end of a trend or at the bottom of a trend could indicate a reversal from there. If you look at this, it's more at the bottom of a trend, right? But if you look at the last 2 days, this could indicate it's a top of a small trend. So it's very difficult to say it's whether the in a very short term basis it's at the bottom of a trend or not. But regardless, indicates that there is a lot of support from the downside. The market has got bought in today, but you have to be cautious about the fact that it's a hammer. So keep a note of if the price is moving below the low of the hammer. If that is the case, then it's a no reversal. That's the only way to confirm that. We can, there's no 100% confirmation on that. And this is another pin bar on the Banknifty. So this is also showing the big size, which is showing the big short covering rally, or the presence of the bulls on the downside is very much evident. Small body always is indecisive. Hammer also is small body, right? But again, you could indicate a sideways move because it's a small body. Could act as a hammer as well. It could act as a hanging man if another candle goes down below this low of the current candle daily. All of those, so all these possibilities are there. But this looks like a small body candle with a very large big size, which is normally known as pin bar or doji, whatever you call it, right? Indecisiveness is in the market, the Banknifty, right? With quite a good short covering or buying from the downside is there. Same with the Banknifty also. Pin bars is what the day is. So it's normally after a big trending day. It's not necessarily that it moves further up, but today it is not consolidated, but it is gained with 0.65% and 0.54 on the Banknifty. That's fair enough after such a violent move, recovery move of 960 points gains in the Banknifty, and equally great move on the Nifty also from the making a swing low. And the question is, look, if you draw a trend line on the hourly charts, it comes to a trend line right from the December 15th. So if you're able to manage to close above that, that's if there is a green close above 18,200, that means probably we have broken out of that downtrend. Same with Banknifty also. If you draw a trend line on the hourly charts, we can see that the trend line that extends from probably 14th, 15th that day till today. So it is right at the resistance of the moving average as well as a trend line on the hourly charts. That's something that we have to be cautious about. So it's at resistance for confirmed. Whether it's going to take it out tomorrow when the US markets also comes back after holiday is something that we have to see. Right. So that's it. 118 points lost. Little more than 0.5%. Sorry, 118 points gained. and 229 points gained on the Bank Nifty. So overall, less than 1% of up move has happened, a continuation, and intraday price action was volatile in the beginning. It tried to move up and then could not sustain and fell down and then did a complete recovery. That's what happened in the Nifty and the Bank Nifty. In the 15-minute charts, you can easily see that. This intraday price action, it moved up, fell into the resistance zone. That's the same resistance zone where it has stopped now. It did a V-shaped complete recovery in the Bank Nifty, right? Complete recovery in the Nifty also after a V-shaped move. So the initial sell-off was bought in, and then it was trending up to recover completely, but not able to move further above from the day's high. And that's the kind of price action that happened. Now, a few other things we have talked about. There is a lower high, low pattern that's seen in the hourly candles. We have seen that. So that is what the trend line resistance is. Now CIP bounce seems to be on the weekly charts. If you see changeable variety bounce is exactly what is happening, where the trend line resistance is this long resistance from where it had broken out multiple weeks back after meeting the all-time high. It had taken a retracement, and now we have bounced up, trying to bounce up, on a week-to-week basis. So CIP changeable variety bounce is happening, but it is at a resistance. We have to be careful. Indices are at resistance primarily below the 50 DMA and 20 DMA on Nifty and Bank Nifty respectively, right? All the bands actually are downside expanded, and the Nifty, Bank Nifty has now turned into contraction. The downside expansion is done with almost. So the contraction of the sideways action has come back in the Bank Nifty, confirmed much earlier than the Bank Nifty. The Nifty, the expansion is still on our weekend. If you see the lower band of the Bollinger Band, it is still in the expansion mode. It has not started consolidating. That's the difference. Support resistance level, make a quick note of these levels: 18,442 and 400. That zone is a rounding number as per the previous swing high, which will be, and the Fibonacci 38 resistance level on the upside. On Nifty, 1871 and 18,000 rounding number is a Fibonacci 38 zone also, and then for support downside. Then 7800, which is a good support. Above that, you have a 7950 also. Could turn out to be good supports on the downside if there is a downfall. It's good, right? It's a 50 Fibonacci and rounding number and all those. So a lot of supports on Nifty and downside. And upside also, since all the previous supports back to resistances now. Bank Nifty 42,961 and 43,000. That zone would be a resistance on the upside. Surrounding number above that 43,339 would be a resistance above that. 42,500 downside is Fibonacci 23 retracement, and 42,231 after that. It's also a support downside on the Bank Nifty. Momentum is already in the bearish zones. Not in the bearish zone, sorry. Short term, it's in the sideways zone. Momentum is in the sideways RSI. We're talking about sideways zone. It just managed to climb back with the sideways zones, and it is rising up, but not as bullish. Trend is not caused up, it's still bearish, but the strength is weak in the case of Bank Nifty. That means Bank Nifty has more strength. The bearishness is weak, but they are still in the bear zones. So momentum and trend is yet to get in the bullish zones, but it's kind of sideways zones, you can say. So VIX has cooled off today, 4%. Right, it's nothing compared to 15% of up move spike that has happened last week. So 15.29 is where we are. Futures is showing short covering on the Bank Nifty and long build up in the Nifty. Options levels. The highest put rating is what is heavy if you compare the put if you compare the different strikes. So 18,000 is where the highest 18,000 is where the highest supports are there. The Nifty and 200 is where the highest call rating is there. 42,000 and 44,000 is where the levels for the highest put and call rating is seen in the Bank Nifty. That's for the December 29 monthly expiry. So keep in mind that monthly expiry can be very volatile, right, as compared to the weekly. So be cautious on that. But the market is not putting in more wider range. It's looks like it may hold the 18,000 for this last month of the year, but Bank Nifty, it's looking forward for a more volatility. That's why the highest put and call range is 2,000 points wide, but the highest put is projecting out with the larger number of put ratings seen there. So overall, YI is bullish on futures YI as well as options YI. PCR also is bullish, about 1 Nifty and 1.39 Banknifty. So reasonably bullish enough on the options open interest data, which is also cooled off, but it's still not below the 15. Remember, we had gone up to the 13, below 13 kind of levels, and then spiked back 15% last week. So that kind of cool off is not happened, but 4% is fair enough for the day. So as for the day, you can say which is positive, still not got out of the lower regime or fallen back to a lower regime. 15 and below can be considered lower. 15 and above is neither in the higher regime nor the lower regime kind of sound. So keep a close watch because spikes are happening since the VIX is introverting in nature and it is bounced. Big spike up has happened, so you have to be cautious on that such kind of moves. Yes, so definitely options. So I momentum volatility all heading towards bullishness, but not at there. Right. That's what to summarize. Today's price action on the industry sectors, if you see, it's like except the FMCG, all of them close green. FMCG fell less than 0.5%. So pharma also closed flat, flattish green 0.14. But the IT, auto, metal, and realty moved up. So metal was the star of the day, 4.2%. So because of China fundamental news, metal shot up. Auto is 0.86 and realty is 1.25. Good recovery considering the fact that realty had fallen 6% earlier. Metal also had fallen 6% plus during the last few days of downfall and single day. So now all these sectors are in the sideways bump. None of them are the bearish zones. ABB zones, no, only Kodak Bank is in the bearish bump in the short term. So others are all climbed in the sideways. So it's not bullish there all the way. As of now, sideways. All major heavies close green. No, HDFC, Twins, TCS, Kodak, all close green. Reliance. So Reliance, Infy, HDFC Bank, they all closed less than 1% up. Others are all close to 1% up. Right. Flat green, yeah. So HDFC Twins was not flat green. HDFC Twins and TCS and Kodak, they all close green but flat. All close green, all the major heavy weights. But the major move happened in Reliance, Infy and HDFC Bank basically. But if you consider the momentum perspective, all of them have climbed the sideways except the Kodak Bank, which always has been sideways forever. Now it is in the bearish zones. It to climb back in sideways. Now Fyers is sold today less than 1,000 crores, not big selling, but it has sold 3 days continuously. And DS has been buying since the December 1st till 27th, except for one day. In all the trading days, it was buying DIS. Presence of Fyers are less, the selling also is less. So as long as the DIS is supporting the market, should be okay. No institutional support is fine. Cannot expect more than this in December. But the participation is less, people are on holidays. Crude is a concern, it has climbed back above 80. So it's in a trend line bottom and it has spiked up and then looks like it's heading up in the from the sideways. It may move to the bullish zones once again. So that's not good for economy and markets either. Dollar index is kind of bearish and it is falling down, but not too far. 104 flat trend as of now, but the currency pair is rising up 82.85. It's spiking up and rising. Rupee is weak and once again getting to the all-time high weakest levels. Rising up, that's a concern again. So dollar and crude both are rising, be a problem. Gold as of now is rising up green. 11% of up has happened and it has climbed resistance and it's trying to hold on there. Now it's spiking up. Overall bullish in the short term. On the edge of almost there in the bullish zones, you can say. It's sideways, but almost there in the bullish zones. Momentum short term. Singapore Exchange flat out of today. Houston indices will come back and start trading today. We will react to that tomorrow. So we have to keep a close watch on the pre-market tomorrow morning, not now. Trading may have just started. Some green is seen as of now, but it is in a reversal mode on the descending wedge and it is trying to show some green in the last trading days. And if it managed to hold on there, it should be fine. But as of now, there is weakness and bearishness more. So we have to keep close watch if it is going to fall big or trying to consolidate and or trying to spike up and climb back and break out of the descending wedge or not. That's what you have to keep watch. The US indices, if big moves are happening, definitely the pre-market will tell us that and accordingly you'll have to change your plans. US market will come back as a holiday. Now that major events, yeah, tomorrow we have, Thursday you have the US jobless data coming, so market may react on Friday. Stock picks 2 Axis Bank and JSW Steel. The entire metal sector was reacting positive, and let's look at the JSW Steel and see what's happening there. Okay. So it's a breakout. Weekly view will give, but entry has to be in a short term. So it's a parallel channel breakout that's happening, an all-time high almost there. So if there is a price hike that is happening above the high of the previous candle, then we have to take trade and then have the stop losses at the top of this trend line of this parallel channel basically. So you can beautifully see a range shift that has happened, almost a range shift of the moment, for the price seem to have settled down in the bullish zones after staying some time in the bullish and bearish and sideways zone, and then this seems to be a concept known as momentum range shift, which is bullish in nature, and there is a chance that it can spike up further some more. So short swing trades opportunities can come in. Metal sector also is due to some fundamental news has performed well, and so that it should give some long opportunities. Axis Bank has been doing well. Our banking sector itself is backing up. So Axis is having multiple rounding pattern, head and shoulder breakout, inverted head and shoulder rounding pattern. So very strong zones, and range shift also is there on the momentum. Trend indicators and moment indicators about the bullish, and then this can be partial as well as a swing trade. Both it should give good breakout long trade opportunities for this Axis Bank. Right, so 2 trade opportunities there. Now that we have discussed all of these, let's wrap up. So basically, it managed to continue that up move and managed to close green also with the pin bar, small body deceiving us, along with bullish support on the bottom side also. That's what it says. The chart study is fundamentally saying. And also the weekly basis, we can see that it has taken a support of the previous major resistance zone from where it broke out and made the all-time high. So it has come down there, and then yesterday it started the upward journey. If it is sustained or not will be known only tomorrow, because it has gained positively but closed right below a major resistance zone. So if that's cleared and the green closes there, then we may have done with the retracement of nearly 6% that happened on both the indices, which is good for the market. But the price is less than the moving averages. It's not as bullish there. Bollinger Bands are still having downside expansion on the Nifty. Momentum is still sideways, not climbed. Bullish zone trend is still bearish. It is not crossed over. So rupee is still weak. Crude is spiking up the 80. US market is at resistance and showing reversal symptoms. All of this make me to think that my market view for tomorrow is still mild bearish. 17,800 and 18,300 is the levels to watch Nifty on the upside, on the downside and the upside. Banknifty 41,500 and 43,500 is the levels I would watch on the upside, on the low side and the upside, basically. So keep your positions hedged for sure. Market is very volatile. Most of the day today also we had a V-shaped recovery. The spike ups on a weekly basis, so the VIX is up to 15%. So that's kind of where it moves when the VIX is at a very low range, even trying to climb up. So to be cautious on the fact, but hedge your positions and then protect your long-term investments using option strategies or gold, which is doing well right now, right? So that's my view. My bearishness continues from as per what the charts and indicators are telling me. And if this analysis of the market and the market study has helped you in some way to gain some knowledge, to understand the market better, to have a better trade plan, any of this, if it helped, then please subscribe if you're not subscribed, and share it to your friends. We need your help in this regard to get more subscribers, to help us keep motivated to keep doing this every day. Thanks for watching. Happy trading, happy learning, happy investing. Bye bye.